Hello children, this is Narayani, I am your foundation faculty. In the previous classes, we discussed about the case-based questions part 1 from the 8th standard crop production and management, CBSE 8th standard. Right children? So, let's we complete few more questions left, no? So, we complete that one, and before that I would like to inform you we are starting the foundation course from the April 1st. Right children, the next batch is starting from the April 15th onwards, so don't miss this opportunity children. And the main goal of ours is the experienced teachers is teaching to you, and with quality education. The mode of examination, the mode of teaching is through offline also and online also. The most high weightage topics we covered is Neet and JEE examination concepts. For your better understanding children, we are creating the animations for you to get the conceptual understanding. We are making you the digital panel children. So, don't miss this teaching opportunity. We are starting the next batch from the 15th April. So, don't miss this opportunity. The subjects covered by us is physics, chemistry, mathematics and biology. And children, and one-on-one interactions sessions will be there for you for your doubt clearing sessions. So, don't miss this opportunity children. So, the mode of foundation courses can be explained through by online mode also and offline mode also. For offline people, you can happily come to our institution name called Neet World, present near the Narayani metro station. And right children, so for who want to attend the online sessions, can download the app name called Neet World, and you can connect with us. You can happily attend the online sessions. Right children? So, let's we start the today's session, case based questions from the chapter of crop production and management. Yes, no, right children? So, we discussed till case 2 question, right? So, here it is the case 3 question. So, let we start children, 1 minute. Okay. So, see, here they given the question, Priya went to a nearby wheat field and saw there were some other plants in the field. So, Priya is one girl went to the wheat field and she saw that there were some other plants in the field, not wheat plants, some other plants also she found it. So, which were being removed by farmers, but those plants are removed by farmers. Why they are removing? Because they are weeds, because the weeds are grown in the desirable crops, right children? So, that is why farmers plucking with their own hands the weeding plants, right children? So, different methods are shown in the figure. So, these are the methods the farmers were using. Priya saw that. So, first one is they are using so what is this name? This name is trowel, right? Trowel. And this is herbicide spraying, right children? Herbicides or weedicides are spraying through farmer to the desirable crops to remove the unwanted plants. What we call unwanted plants? The unwanted plants we call it as weeds, right children? The process of removing the weeds we call it as weeding, right children? So, here is the question. So, let us see what type of questions they asked by this case based question. See, a removal of unwanted plants by farmers from a wheat field is, what is the process we call? We all studied before only, no children? I explained through when I am explaining the agriculture practices, right? So, what is the weeding? Weeding is the process removing of unwanted plants or weeds. The unwanted plants we call it as weeds, right children? The process we call it as weeding, right? What is manuring? To increase the soil fertility, it is a natural method we are using. So, children, so weeding is the natural method. Prepared in the fields by the farmers. So, through natural obtained substances only, like plant waste, animal waste, manure is made up of. Those are giving to the plants, thereby the soil texture and soil aerated will be increased. Soil porosity will be increases. Right children? Then next, what is plowing? What is plowing? Plowing means loosening of the soil. Plowing means loosening of the soil. And tilling is also called as plowing. Plowing is also called as tilling. Right children? Plowing also called as tilling. So the answer is removing of unwanted plants. The answer is weeding. It is a direct question children. The answer is option B. Okay, right children? So next is second question. Identify the implement shown in the figure Q. What is the figure Q has there? What is the implement in the figure Q? Q is the trowel. Right children? So see, it is not harrow. So this is not harrow. Q is not harrow. So Q is not also hoe. So C is the right answer. It is a direct question. The implement shown in the figure is Q is trowel. It is used for removing the unwanted plants. Right children? Coming to the next question. In the figure R, what is the figure R they given? See here once. R is the farmer is spraying the weedicides to the desirable crops to remove the unwanted plants, right? So R is the, 1 minute. Children. Okay. See, in figure R, the farmer is spraying some chemical on unwanted plants, right children, which are known as the spraying. What they are spraying, the farmer spraying the some chemical substance, right children. What is that? That we call what? So the chemical substance spraying by the farmer, we call it as weedicides or herbicides, right children. The answer is B. B is the right answer. So next, fourth question. What are the examples of these chemicals that are being sprayed by farmers in figure R? What are the chemicals they are spraying? When we are studying the weeding process, I explained to some of the chemical weedicides. What are they? 2,4-D. What is maybe 2,4-D? 2,4-D means 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. So one is the correct answer. And MCPA. MCPA is also weedicide, right children? So next, melatonin. No, we did not explain about this. So the answer is A and B. The answer is A and B. D is the right answer for this question. I hope you all clear about this children. So next question. See. Okay. Identify the incorrect statement regarding herbicides. They are asking incorrect statement regarding herbicides or weedicides. See, these chemicals are sprayed during the vegetative growth of unwanted plants. They are asking incorrect statement, right? So next one, these chemicals are diluted with water and sprayed in the field. Of course, right? Next, these chemicals are used to destroy the unwanted plants. They are asking regarding incorrect statement they are asking, right? So the three are right statements only, no? These chemicals are sprayed during the vegetative growth of the unwanted plants. Right answer. And these chemicals are diluted with water and sprayed in the field. This is also right answer. And the chemicals are used to destroy the unwanted plants. The process we call it as weeding. Right children? So the three are correct answer. So answer is none of this because both three statements are correct. So the answer is D. Option D. So after that, fourth question. 1 minute. See. Case 4. Study the given figure. Answer the following questions. They are asking to examine these pictures and answer the following questions. What is the mission we call it as here? The process, what the mission we call it as combine. Right children? This is the 1 minute. This is the combined mission, it done the process of both harvesting also and threshing also, and threshing also. What is meant by harvesting? When the crop is matured or when the crop is ready to gather, that process we call it as harvesting, right? Next, threshing. What is meant by threshing? Collecting grains from the staff, we call it as threshing. So the combined mission is a modern method nowadays most farmers are using, because it is a saving the time and labor also, right children? This is the combined mission. We are using both the process of threshing also and harvesting also. Next, see what is this N represents? Threshing, collecting grains from the stalk, right children? So threshing is the process of collecting grains. By beating, here is they using the traditional method, they are beating in the hard substance, right children? Or else the modern method is they are using the machines of thresher, thereby easily collect the grains. So they are using the manual method by beating in the hard substance to collect the grains. So here see what is the process after harvesting. The process would be done is threshing. After that winnowing would be done. What is the winnowing? The removing of husk and chaff from the grains, we call it as, or dust, we call it as winnowing, right children? See here, the person who is standing on the top and they are throwing the seeds to the ground, thereby the husk and the lighter weight of husk chaff will be thrown away from the air, right children? Thereby the grains are free from husk and chaff. So the grains are falling down vertically, and see how the air is blowing the husk and chaff, right children? So this is how the winnowing process is also done by manually like this, or else by the winnowing machine. But nowadays both are mostly using the farmers the time saving method, combined machine they are using, because the both process harvesting and threshing also done by this combined machine, right children? So after that winnowing could be done, after that storage will be done by the storage methods, right children? So now we see what type of questions they asked. See, they are asking first L. L is the combined mission, N is the threshing process, and M is the winnowing process, right? See, L is a farm mission which is known as, what is the mission? They are asking the name of the mission. What is it? Is a winnowing mission? No, the answer is no. Next, they are silos. No. What are silos? The bulk amount of grains is stored in the grains stored in the silos, right children? Next, what is winnowing mission? What is the winnowing mission work? It will remove the husk and chaff from the seeds. Remove the husk and chaff from the seeds. So the L is the mission is combined, right? The L is the mission is combined. So the answer of this question is B is the right answer. Right children, the answer is B is the right answer, because it is going to done the both process of harvesting also and threshing also. After the crop is done, it collecting the crop, the process we call it as harvesting and threshing also, and collecting the grains from the stalk, right? So the answer is the B. Next, the answer is B. So which activities, next question, see, which activities performed by the in figure M? What is the figure M? See people, M is the winnowing process they are doing, right? So come to the question, which activity is being performed in figure? The answer is winnowing. So it is a direct question. So winnowing is the process. Winnowing is the process. Remove the husk and chaff from the grains. Husk and chaff from the grains. We call it as winnowing. This is the direct question, children. You know about what is threshing. Threshing is the collecting of grains from the stalk. Harvesting is when the crop is ready to gather. That process we call it as harvesting, and weeding is removing the unwanted plants in the desirable crops, are desirable crops, right children? So, what are the farmers' desirable crops? In the piece of land, if I cropping the wheat field, along with my desirable crops, the undesirable plants also will grow. Like those we call it as weeds. The process of removing the weeds is called as weeding process. It is occurred through by manual method by removing with hands of the hands, or else by the implements called trowel, hoe and all that. So, coming to the next question. See, which of the following is not regarding M? What is the M? 1 minute children. Okay. Okay. Regarding M, we studied, right, this regarding M. M is the winnowing process. Yes. Okay. Which of the following is not true regarding M asking? M is the winnowing process, right? M is the winnowing process. In the picture representation, M is the process is winnowing. Winnowing, right? See, which of the following is not true regarding? They are asking which is not true, children. So, we have to be very careful while reading and answering the question here. See, it is a process of separating grain from chaff and hay with the help of wind. It is correct only, no? The process of winnowing is process of separating grains from the chaff and hay with the help of wind. Yes. Next, the mixture is tossed, which means thrown, which means the tossed means thrown in the ground at the height, at the particular height. And the chaff falls straight on the ground, vertically towards the down, and blown away the wind at some distance. Okay, this is also right answer. The process can be done manually, not by the machine. This is the wrong answer, right children? The process can be done manually and also by the machine called winnowing machine, right? Winnowing machine is also removing the chaff and hay and husk from the grains. So, the answer is 3 is the answer. Alright children, which of the following is not true regarding M? Not true they are asking, right? Of course, 1 minute. This process only done by manually, not by machine. So, 3 is the answer. The mixture is stored to the ground, to the height, and the chaff falls straight on the ground and the grains blow away. No, here see, we did the mistake. See, here the grain is blowing away from the wind. Grains are not blow, right? So, the answer is 2 and 3. 1 minute. See, the mixture is tossed at the above the ground. This the sentence is correct. Next, the chaff falls straight on the ground. Not chaff will not go straight on the ground. No, not true. So, chaff is not vertically down, not going to the down, right? The grains will go to the vertically down and settle down there, and the chaff blows away, and the grains not blows away. They are because of the heavier weight, they go to the they settle down in the ground due to the gravity. So, children, this is the wrong answer. 2 and 3 are the wrong answer. The answer is B. See children, don't confuse. Once again I am explaining you. First one is the correct answer. They are asking not true. They asked. So, see, the process of separating grain from the chaff and hay with the help of wind. This is the right statement. And second one, see, the mixture is tossed to the ground from a height. Up till here is correct statement. Next, see, the chaff falls straight on the ground. No, the chaff blows away from the wind. Right children, the grains blow away by the wind. It is not. Grains settle down in the ground. Right, the grains settle down in the ground, the chaff blows away by the wind at some distance. So, this is the wrong answer. So, they are asking not true. This is not true. The process can be done manually and not by machine. but it is done by the mission of winnowing mission, right children? So the answer is 2 and 3 are the not correct statements. They are not true. So the answer is 2 and 3. Right. So coming to the next question. 1 minute. For what purpose is the mission shown in the figure L is used? What is the L? L is the combined mission. 1 minute. 1 minute children. Okay. L is the combined mission, right children? So let's answer the fourth question here. One minute. See, for L is the combined mission. For our clarity, we will write here children, then you will make it understand. Combined mission. L is the combined mission. Okay. For what purpose is the mission in figure L is used, they are asking. It is used for sowing of seeds? No. For the sowing of seeds in the crop fields, we are using the seed drills. Right children? Seed drills are better because they sow seeds at equidistance, at equid depth. Right children? After sowing the seeds, they cover the seeds with soil. Then thereby the predators like birds do not eat them. Right children? So seed drills are used in for the sowing of seeds. They are asking about what was the purpose of mission in the figure L is used. L is the combined mission, right children? So L is not involved in the sowing of seeds. So it is not the correct statement. Next, it is used for plowing and leveling. For the plowing, we used the plow, cultivator and hoe. These are the implements we used for the and hoe. These are the implements we used for the plowing. Right. So the cultivator used with the tractor. It saves time. Right children? This is also not correct answer. Next, it is used for both harvesting and threshing. This is the right answer children. So C is the right answer. See, let's see in last option also. It is used for loosening and turning of the soil. What is the process called loosening and turning of the soil? So the answer is yes, plowing. Right children? The answer is plowing. Plowing is also called as tilling. Right children? For this question the answer is C is the correct answer. The combined mission used for both harvesting process also and threshing process also. Right children? When the crops are ready together, the process is called as harvesting, and threshing is when the collecting of grains from the stalk, we call it as threshing. So coming to the fifth question, which of the following statement is correct regarding figure N? What is the figure N? N is the threshing process. See here. 1 minute. Yes. N is the threshing process done. It's by doing manually process, by hitting the hard substance, collecting the grains. Right children? It's a time consuming process and there are more labor also required for the large fields. So here is the question they asked about. This is 1 minute. 1 minute children. See, which of the following statement is correct they are asking. They are asking correct statement according to the figure N. N representing the threshing process. N representing the threshing process. So they are asking what is the correct statement, right? So it is a process of beating and graining from the rest of the plant. Next, it is a process of separating grain from the chaff. It is done before the process in figure M. Figure M is threshing. Figure L is the combined mission, right? N is the combined mission, M is the threshing process, and N is the winnowing process. So they are asking N, no, N is winnowing. N is winnowing process. N is winnowing process, right? It is a process of beating out grain from the rest of the plant. It is a wrong answer because winnowing process is removing the, blows away the husk and chaff, right? It is a process of separating grain from chaff. It is a right answer. It is done before the process in figure M. S, no, after M, right children? So the answer is 1 minute. Regarding N, what is the N? 1 minute children. Let's see the what is N, no? Yes. I only keep the, here the alphabetical order is not correct children. S. So, so this is 1 minute. One minute children. See. One minute. Okay, not a problem. We'll see the question here. Oh, 1 minute. Okay. Which of the following statement is correct regarding N they are asking? Right. N is the threshing process. Right children? L is the combined mission. M is the threshing process. And N is the winnowing. They are asking correct statement regarding N. N is the winnowing process. Right. So there is the alphabetical order is wrong. Don't worry children. This is the, okay, not a problem, winnowing. See, they are asking correct statement. It is a process of beating out grain from the rest of the plant. No. And it is a process of separating grain from the chaff. It is the right answer. And it is done before the process of M. No, right? N is the winnowing. So B is the correct answer. And here the answer is B children. So the correct answer is B here. So it is a process of separating grain from the chaff. Grain from the chaff. Yes. This is the right answer for the 5th question. So let's move to the another question children. See here, teacher performed the activity to show the effect of manure. So some activities going on in the school. So they are showing the effect of manure and fertilizer and yes, fertilizer of the growth of the plants. The teacher performed 3 pots. See, there have to show the differences how the manure is performing in the plant and fertilizer is performing in the plant. Right children? They take 3 pots A, B and C. A, B and C. Right children? With the moong seedlings, they took the seeds of moong and shown below in the figure. Like this, the 3 pots are taken, and in which pot A contains ordinary soil. In the pot A they contain ordinary soil, normal soil only. That soil doesn't have any manure and also fertilizer. And pot A contains ordinary soil. Pot B contains soil mixed with manure. The soil is mixed with manure. Here with the soil, the manure is also present. Manure is also there. Next, and pot C contains soil mixed with fertilizer. So here the soil is mixed with fertilizer. So here the 3 pots they are taken with one normal soil, and next see, and they took with soil with manure, and they have taken soil plus fertilizer. So see, the growth of the seedlets in different pots. The growth of the plant varies in different plants, in different pots. See, here the growth is minimal. Here the growth is little higher than compared to these 2 pot C having the higher growth. Right children, because of the fertilizer. Fertilizer having the primary nutrients called nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. So that leads to the growth of the plant, maximum growth. Right children, here the see, the soil without any, don't have any manure also and fertilizer also. So here the plant doesn't having any nutrients in it. Here the pot B having manure in it. So he is showing the minimal growth, because the main defect from the manure is they don't have to specify the nutrients. They don't have specific nutrients, primary nutrients like NPK. But the fertilizers are inorganic substance made up in industries. They have the specific nutrients. Right children? So according to this, what they ask question, see, in which of the following pots are urea and potassium is mixed? Urea and potassium are the fertilizers, right? Urea and potassium are the fertilizers. 1 minute. Okay. See, urea and potassium are the fertilizers. In the pot A, okay, in pot A, only soil is there. In pot B, soil plus, wait 1 minute, soil plus manure is there. And in pot C, with soil, fertilizer is also there. Fertilizer. Right children? In which of the following pots are urea and potassium are mixed, they are asking. So urea and potassium are the fertilizers. In which pot we used? In the pot C we used. Right? Fertilizer. In pot C we use soil plus fertilizer. So the answer is pot C. Right? So coming to the answer is pot C. So next question, manure is mixed with soil in pot B, which helps in. They are asking what is the advantage of adding the manure. So it enhancing the soil property, porosity. Right answer. Yes, they are giving the porous, the soil, they makes the soil porous. Right. And enhancing the soil texture. Of course, it is also true statement. And increasing the friendly microbes in soil. That is also true. The friendly microbes. Right children? So the answer is all of these. All of these are the right answer. The right answer for this question is D. So coming to the next question. See, what conclusion can be drawn from the experiment performed by the teacher? What should conclude by the experiment of this experiment? What we conclude? See, pot A contains harmful microorganisms and no mineral nutrients. So pot A contains, doesn't have any harmful microorganisms, but they don't have any minerals also. That means that does not mean that harmful organisms are present in it. Right. Next, pot B has more healthy grown seedling than others. So children, pot B has more healthy grown, of course, because the manure is be added in the pot B, right? So pot B having the natural made obtained substances. So it is healthy. And pot C rich in humus. No, pot C does not rich in humus. Right, they used fertilizers for the humus rich in manure pot. In the pot B having the humus. Right, both fertilizers and manures increase the growth of the plant, but fertilizers have greater effect. So by these experiments we can conclude that both fertilizers and manures increase the growth of the plants. Fertilizer also increased maximal growth of the plant, and manure also increased the growth of the plant. But the fertilizer have greater effect. By comparing the manure and normal plant or the fertilizer plant which is having higher growth, the pot which we mixed the soil with fertilizer having the greater growth. Right children? So the answer is D is the correct answer. By the conclusion we can draw from this experiment is both fertilizers and manures increase the growth of the plants, but fertilizers have greater effect on the growth of the plant. So this is the conclusion. So the answer is D. Next, fourth question, right? 1 minute. Fourth question. Which of the following statement is incorrect regarding fertilizers, they asked. So see here, it is an inorganic salt. In our incorrect statement they are asking. 1 minute. So they are asking incorrect statement. So it is an inorganic salt, correct statement, and cause water pollution. Of course, absolutely it is a correct statement. The excessive use of fertilizers changes the chemical nature of the soil. Of course, the excessive use of fertilizers leads to the change of the soil texture and chemical nature, and it provides humus to the soil. This see here, the excessive use of fertilizers changes the chemical nature of the soil. This is absolutely right statement, but see, and they asked provide humus to the soil is the wrong answer. It is a wrong statement. Right children, they are asking incorrect statement. This is also incorrect statement, right? So when compared to these two also, we will decide. It is prepared in factories, of course right statement, and that does not provide humus to the soil. It is also right answer. So A, C, D are the right statements. They asked incorrect statement regarding fertilizers, right? This is the incorrect statement because see, this statement is wrong. It provides humus to the soil is the wrong answer. For the case based questions children, you have to read very carefully the question, because see here the first statement is right. If you did not study the full statement, you will keep it as the right answer. Right children? So the answer is B, because the next statement of this and it provides to the humus to the soil is the wrong answer. Right children? This is the wrong statement. So coming to the last question from the case based questions. See, pot C shows the maximum growth in comparison to pot B because. Why they are asking the question, why the pot C have the more growth than the pot B? Pot B is with soil with manure, right? Pot B with soil with manure. Pot B, right? Pot C with soil plus fertilizer. Soil plus fertilizer. Pot C. See, they are asking the question, why the pot B having the less growth than the pot C, they are asking. So we have to find the answer for it. So we have to get answer the suitable one. Fertilizers are more soluble in water, of course yes. Fertilizers are easily absorbed by the plants, of course it is true. Fertilizers are rich in plant nutrients like NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. It is also the right answer. So the answer is all of this is the correct answer. So this is the case based questions children. So case based questions are very important for your analytical skills children, and when they are asked in examination you have to clearly analyze the diagram they are given and you have to read the question once or twice children. Don't make hurry up, just go through all the content given there and you write the examine the question and keep the which is correct answer. Sometimes they give in one statement half statement is correct and half statement is wrong, right children? So before that you have to know about the clear concept of the the lesson, and you have to clear concept lesson should be in your fingertips, then you can easily understand this case based questions. So don't worry, it is a first time children, so for you it is little hard, but afterwards you can get to know easily. So, and we remind the topic of, we left some of the topic in crop production and management, right? So, animal husbandry. In this class, we are going to discuss about the animal husbandry from the chapter of 8th standard crop production and management. So, don't wait for it, we will start this session. Wait children, 1 minute, okay. So, in this lesson we are going to discussing about the what is animal husbandry and the types of food from animals. We not only depends on the plant food, right, we also depends on the animal foods also. So, what types of food are obtained from plant animals, and what is integrated farming, how it is useful to the farmers, and different types of cultures like aquaculture. We used to heard from the aquaculture like that, no. So, what is the different types of cultures are there, the what type of specific purposes of human uses products are coming with that, we will all discuss in it. And initiated programs, right children, for what the initiated programs taken by the government for the increase the production of the animal based products, right children. So, let us start now. See here, see we not food is a very essential. Food is the energy fuel for the humans, not only humans, for every organism, right. So, mainly for humans we depend both plants also and animals also, right children. For the plants we directly yield the crops and we will take the food which were required. And for the animals, how we will take from the plants, for what purposes we are raising the particular animals, right children. So, food is essential for survival and obtaining food from both plants also and animals also, right. So, see here, in this chapter mainly we are deriving both plant uses also and animal uses also, right children. So, see, animals provide various food products that are very essential for human nutrition. For human nutrition is very for the nutrition of us, we are taking different types of foods. We are not mainly based on the plant based foods, right. We are depending on the animal based foods also for our nutrition, because we require many vitamins. Vitamins are very necessary. Without that vitamins we get the deficiency, right children. So, we have to eat different types of foods from the which is obtained from the animals also. Those who are not intake of the animals, they are depend on some other source with plant based foods only. They don't have any other option, right. So, these foods are rich in, so animal based foods are rich in proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals. So, these are the we get which are essential for the human nutrition. So, making the importance, we have to make they make part of our diet, right children. So, food is very essential part, we have to include both plants also and animals also. And for the animal based products, we depends on various types of animals. Then we get the nutrition from it. The animal based products mainly have the proteins, fats, minerals and vitamins, right children. So, let us discuss this. So, what is animal husbandry? We are discussing main the topic of animal husbandry. What is animal husbandry? Which means the products we obtain from the animals, we call it as animal husbandry, right children. So, what is the exact definition of it? We will see here. See, not it is that exact definition, but I will after these 3 slides I will give you the very exact definition for it. See children, animal husbandry refers to the practice of breeding. Breeding means offspring, the practice of offsprings, right children, which means babies, okay. Practicing of breeding and caring them for the domesticated animals, for food, for fiber and other products. So, see, let us see some of the dairy farming. See here children, rearing of cows, buffaloes, 1 minute, rearing of cows, buffaloes, goats for milk production. So, we are rearing cows, buffaloes and goats. We are rearing, why? Because for the purpose of milk purpose. Why the milk is needed for the human nutrition? What is important calcium is what is the important the milk is playing in humans? Because the milk having the calcium. So, it is when we drink the milk, so we get the strong bones, because in milk the calcium is present. So milk is milk having the calcium vitamin, so thereby we get the strengthening of the bones, right children. It includes feeding. We have to feed them for the purpose of milk, and we have to give shelter, we have to perform certain disease control methods we have to follow, right children. This is how we rear the animals of cows, buffaloes and goats, right. See, another major products we use in our day-to-day life is poultry farming. See, we all see the daily one egg is you should take essential for the human diet. When you are sick, we went to the doctor, what they will say? They used to say that drink 1 glass of milk and with egg, right children. Why is egg is so important? Let's discuss here. So first we have to discuss about what is poultry farming. Poultry farming is the rearing of hens, for rearing of not only hens, for the purpose of meat. We rear the birds like chickens, minch, hens, ducks, turkeys, and for also eggs, and also for the meat we rear these birds for the purpose of the meat, for the food, right children. But they require proper feeding, they require and hygiene conditions to be maintained, otherwise the disease will be contaminated. So children, so that is why for the proper feeding and hygienic conditions to be maintained in the poultry farmings. Poultry farming means rearing of birds like chicks, hens, hens, ducks, quails, turkeys and all that. So next, another most important food is fishery. Rearing of fish for food. See, we rearing of fish food in controlled environments, in which means humans are made to rearing these fishes, like we call it as aquaculture. It involves both freshwater also, the fishes rearing in freshwater also, some marine water also. Freshwater means they used to rear in the freshwater means water. What is meant by freshwater? Lakes, rivers, streams, we call it as a freshwater. Why? Because the salinity in these lakes, rivers and streams, ponds, they have the less salinity they have. And for the marine fishes, which means salty conditions. What is marine means? Marine water means they have the high salinity conditions will be more. Naturally it is in ocean, seas, they have the more salinity conditions. Those available aquatic species we call it as marine species. So see, if you are rearing in certain, we created the pond and the freshwater fishes we are rearing in, that we call it as a freshwater fishes. And for marine water, the fishes are having the water having the most salinity. Those fishes we call it as marine fishes, right children. So these are the main most foods we are used in day to day life. One is we used milk for the we used to drink milk. We based on rearing of cows, buffaloes, goats for the milk. We depend on them. And the poultry farming, it is the rearing of birds like chickens, ducks, turkeys. For eggs, for the eggs, for the meat, we depend on these birds. Right children, why you want to eat meat? Because they have the protein. So proteins are useful for building of the muscles, what not. Protein is very important for the human body, right children. For fisheries, fish is also very good in vitamin D and A, right children. So these are also very important. So let's me now define the definition of animal husbandry. So animal husbandry means the practicing of rearing and breeding of animals. We have to rear them. We have the okay. The practicing of rearing and breeding, which means we have to practice the practice should be continued with their offsprings. Offspring means children's babies, okay. The calves, for the example of cows. For specific purposes, the purposes are milk purpose, we are rearing the domesticated animals like cows, buffaloes, goats and all that. And such animals are called those for the purpose of we are rearing those animals, we call it as the process we call it as domestication, and such animals we call it as domesticated animals. See once again children, the practice of rearing and breeding animals for specific purposes we call it as domestication, and the such animals we call it as domesticated animals. The breeding, we are practicing the breeding process. We have to feed them and we have to care the domesticated animals for the disease control method should be followed, and for the food purposes they have to be very safe and hygiene condition should be maintained, and other purposes we have to require from we are getting from milk, meat, right, and essential food materials like egg, right children, is called animal husbandry. It is a part of agriculture. It is a branch of agriculture that deals with the rearing and management of domesticated animals. We call it as animal husbandry. This is the definition children. And so let's continue what is the main importance of the food from animals. So what types of food we mainly based? Children, see, animal provides various foods. Of course we know what they provide, which includes meat. In day-to-day life, what your mother will say, drink glass of milk, right children? Why they were saying to drink the glass of milk? Because milk having the calcium, which strengthening the bones, teeth. So for these bones, for our bones and teeth require more amount of calcium. So the milk is providing the calcium for us and meat providing the protein for us, and egg having all proteins, except vitamin C. All proteins are except vitamin C, all proteins are required for the all proteins are present in the egg, right children? Humans require 13 essential vitamins children. For the humans, first we have to know why the humans require vitamins. For their growth and development they require vitamins children. So they are take the part of as a diet. See, humans required vitamins of 13. 13 vitamins are very essential. 13 vitamins are very essential children. So what are they? Vitamin A is required, C is required, D is required, E is required, K is required, and also B is required. B having the B2, B3, B6, B7, B9, B11, B12. These are the 13 vitamins required for the human nutrition. As they are taking the part of their diet, they provides the growth, they help in the growth and development of the humans. So let's we discuss this clearly in the next class children. I hope you understand this class, and once again recall this class children. Once again you skim this class, you can get better understanding children. So once again I am reminding you children, we are providing the foundation course, and the next batch we have started the foundation course from the April 1st onwards children, and next batch is going to add on the 15th onwards. So don't miss this opportunity. The next batch is going to come in the April 15 children. Don't miss this opportunity. So in the next class we are going to discuss about the animal husbandry part 2, and don't miss this tomorrow session at the 10 o'clock children. So I hope you clear up about this today's session. So please join tomorrow at the same time 10 o'clock. So children, please do like, share and subscribe children. Neet World. So once again I am reminding children, we are starting the foundation course, and the next batch is going to add on the April 15. You can happily join through offline also and online also. For offline people, you can happily come to your institute name called Neet World, present in the Narayani G near metro station. And for the online people, you can happily attend through online in the app name called Med World children. So you can connect with us, then there you can happily join our classes, right children? This is up to today's session. We are meet in the next session. Thank you.